Me want vampire murder girl. Well, if that's the case, Zerus451, you better Pokemon go to the polls, cause Indominus Rex was really close to winning there. And now Toga's winning. Either way, I don't mind. I'm looking forward to both of these figures, so much so that I had to clumsily put them together in one stream. If I gave either one of these figures one stream, it would be too short. So I figured, hey, it's Wednesday. Waifu Wednesday was once a thing. Stretching the meaning of waifu a little bit here, but they're both female. I suppose to some people. Alright, we've got a few minutes left on the countdown here, and we're gonna get started. I'm looking forward to both of these figures. I think someone in the chat was asking, how did I get the Indominus so fast? Well, I got it from Gundamit.com, which is in the description. Great website. They're basically the Show Z store. And Toga I got from Hobbylink Japan. So directly from Japan. I'm just doing a little more setup here. I'm actually opening up some particular comparison figures that I want to bring out for tonight. Any guesses as to what those figures may be? Pretty easy to figure out. Take a drink every time I say figure. No matter the context. Wait. I'm also hyped for Nanmu Dinos, man. I've got... this Indominus will be my third one, actually. I have the Velociraptor, the... V-Rex. Had to think about which one it was. Velociraptor, V-Rex, and now the I-Rex. And I've already pre-ordered the T-Rex from Jurassic Park and the Spinosaurus. So one of you can see... Oh, man. Super excited. I was a little bit underwhelmed by the V-Rex because the Velociraptor was so good. If you haven't seen that stream before, I highly recommend you check that out or wait for my review for it, which will probably be next year at this pace. Got a lot of videos that I want to do by the end of the year. Too much to do. Okay. It appears that the countdown has run out, so we are gonna get started very soon, and I hope we all have a nice, chill Wednesday evening. I hope your day has been going good so far. My day's been alright. Got some work done. Actually, a little bit behind, if I gotta be honest. Was supposed to deliver on a sponsor draft today, but I kinda missed it, so I'm gonna have to do it tomorrow. But the toy review for this week, I've been making good progress on it. In the spirit of November, for whoever celebrates, we're gonna be taking a look at two sharp-teeth girls. But one of them is an actual animal, you monster. Okay. One of them is an animal and the other one is from Jurassic World. Alright. Had to get that one out of the way. We're gonna get started. Before we do, though, I appreciate everybody stopping by. I appreciate you guys voting. And I'm about to close that poll really soon, so we'll keep it going. It seems really close. We'll keep it going until we actually get started. We'll keep the vote going. And how many people? Thank you very much. I will show the donations in a bit. And how many people we got rocking with us tonight? Oh my god! We're well above the target number. I usually wait for 69 viewers. We're at a little over 100. Awesome. All right. We're gonna get started now. Hey, my name is Jobby, and welcome to another Just Playing stream where tonight we're just gonna be playing with these two totally related figures. Listen, it was a bit of a stretch for me to connect these two, but there are two figures that I wanted to take a look at, and giving them their individual streams would be too short. So here we are. Two girls with sharp teeth. Return of Waifu Wednesday? Depends on your proclivities. We've got the Revoltech Himiko Toga from My Hero Academia, also known as Boku no Hero Academia, for people with no father. And we got the Nanmu Studio VALKYRIE. There we go. That's the third-party name. Nanmu Studio VALKYRIE, which is a third-party figure of the Indominus Rex from Jurassic World, the first movie, which is, not too bad. The one that I actually watched, by the way. And this is specifically the tiger stripe version. I don't know where they got the idea for this. I don't believe we ever get Indominus with this color scheme in the film or any medium, but it looks really nice. I also ordered the original color version, but that one's gonna take a little longer to ship out, so hopefully I get that soon. But for now, we're rocking with the tiger version. Beautiful stuff. Hopefully. I mean, their previous figures, Nanmu Studio, have been really, really good. I brought this Velociraptor out for comparison. Gotta attach the tail though. All right. Before we get started, like I said in the waiting screen, I would like to thank everybody for being here. And by everybody, I mean all of you guys in the chat. Let's get you guys out here before what? What the hell? What do you mean? I thought I copy pasted you guys in my OBS. Hold on. You know, this works out. It gives you guys more time to vote on the figure that we're gonna play with first. So keep the polls going. Pokemon, go to the polls while I get you guys on screen real quick. There we are. What the hell? I could have sworn that I already did it. There you are. There you are. How you doing, chat? Well, while we go ahead and play with these figures for the very first time, these are my first impressions, just to give you additional context here. You guys in the chat, feel free to continue chatting away, ask me anything. However, it's impossible for me to get through all of your chats. So if you really need me to see something, if you really want me to answer a burning question that you have, thank you very much. Feel free to either become a member. Thank you so much. Sandarurat Tanawira2391. Thank you for becoming a member. You can either do that, use your member chat as well, or donate. Because every single donation I address, whether it be through my TTS bot named Sally, she reads your donations out loud if they're $5 and above, or myself out loud. So I'm just saying, it's 100% guaranteed that I see your comment or question, and it also helps out the channel a lot. Thank you very much in advance. And on the topic of helping out the channel, I've got links to both of these figures in the description, affiliate links. So Toga Himiko I got from Hobby Link Japan, and the Nanmu Studio Indominus Rex I got from Gundamit.com, and that is a pun. So Gundamit.com, Hobby Link Japan.
Tipped $5.
Thank you very much.
Stream. Just watched the latest episode of My Hero Academia. Still waiting on my Indom since it's the odd color version.
Right,
and
right. I haven't got mine
back
either.
For the streams. I was gone for a bit, but I have returned. And how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. And hopefully I do even better after experiencing these figures. I have pretty high hopes from.
I'm a happy man.
Oh my god, thank you so much.
At shield_of_hope2798 super chatted $20. Hi Jobby, the Tadpig crew did D&D 2 days ago and Disappearing Guy had a cameo. Can you say welcome friends to my show? That's what Disappearing Guy said in the game by Kane, Virginia.
What the hell? Damn, I missed that stream, but shit. I would have done it if they invited me. That's fine. It was only for a brief cameo. Welcome friends to my show. There you go. There you go. You can go ahead and overlay that. That's fun. I should go check out that VOD if I get the chance. All right. Thank you for letting me know, and thank you for that big old dono. Really appreciate that. Okay, I think now we are around that time where I'm gonna have to stop that poll. If you guys didn't know, while we were on the waiting screen, I started up a vote to see which one of these sharp teeth girls we were gonna play with first, and it appears that Indominus is in a very tiny lead right now, just 1% above 50%. So, should I give it a little more time, or are we gonna take a look at the Indominus first? Alright, one more minute. One more minute. I'll give you guys one more minute to vote. Come on. Stop the steal. Indom, please. Indo, baby. Oh my god. No, it's a tie. It's a tie right now. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so close, chat. Holy crap. Make up your minds, dude. Make up your minds. Holy shit. All right, we got a few seconds left until the poll closes forever, and we start the stream with the winner here. Jesus, I love democracy. It's intense. This is delicious political theater. All right, chat. Test Dummy is asking, hey, Jobby, question, will you ever review another Blocky's box figure? I really want that classic Ava. The Ava Unit 1 classic version by Blocky's looks really nice. Okay, all right, we're cutting the poll. That was 1 minute elapsed. Any last words? Going once? Going twice? Boom! The poll has ended and Himiko Toga takes it by just 1% above 50. Holy shit. Thank you, all of you. 163 people for voting. God damn, that was a close one. And maybe unnecessarily intense because we're going to take a look at both of these figures anyway. It's just, we're taking a look at Toga first. Toga-chan, the cutest in the world. We're going to see if that claim is true once we open this up here. Let's get it, chat. Here we go. Okay. Revoltech Himiko Toga. Revoltech has been on a roll recently, but I did hear, don't know how true this is, that they're gonna stop producing My Hero Academia figures. I don't know why, because a lot of them have been absolute bangers, and Toga looks no different, even in person here. I mean, I cracked this box open, but I didn't give you a good enough look at the actual box. I love the box art, and this figure just looks absolutely perfect from the promotional pictures. That is Toga. Captures her personality really nicely. Super expressive. And it seems that the real-life figure here follows suit. Not false advertising. Similar situation to Miruko, I suppose. Miruko still remains undefeated, though. Both in terms of the figure, the look of the figure, and the waifu department. Anyway, not gonna let my Miruko bias get in the way of my opinions on this girl here. Anybody watch My Hero Academia, by the way? I mean, I know at least Squartzilla watches My Hero Academia. I haven't caught up with the show quite yet, but I've read the manga, so I know everything that happens. And I've seen this character's pivotal role in the last season. And yeah, that's about it. I'm looking forward to checking out the rest of the show. Can't wait to see how those last chapters of the manga are animated. And here we have the figure herself. I know it's manga accurate, show accurate, but she's a lot paler than I expected. There she is. Oh, she's adorable. She's like a little cat. Her sharp teeth and her eyes really feline. Oh, okay. There you go. Oh, that's kind of weird. You have this weird waistband part. It works in replicating the sagginess of her sweater, but it's kind of strange that it's so free-floating like that. Anyway, we'll not pose her too much yet, but that is already very lovely. The lovely Himiko. I've always liked her design. I even have a piece of fan art that I did years ago. I could even show you if you guys remind me later in the stream. I've always liked her design. I like how, it's kind of a weird thing to say, but I like how normal, relatively normal she looks. She doesn't have like special colored hair. Her school uniform is pretty basic. It's really like all the uniqueness of her is really in the face. Vampire cat girl. That's how I would describe her. So we got all of these alternate faces. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. That's what I call the Zam phase. Zam. Zam, she's 80? And then we got some of her villain gear here. This stuff also makes her really unique. We got the villain gear, the blood packs. There we are. Really cool power too. A really unique take on shapeshifting. Maybe another piece of media has done it before, but this is the first time I've seen someone actually have to drink someone else's blood in order to shapeshift into them. I guess it's very skinwalkery, right? And we got these several tubes here. Very flexible. That's nice. Not too brittle, which is good. I think Ochako had that problem. Ochako also had these tendrils that were kind of felt a little delicate. And then we got some alternate hands with sculpted in sweater sleeves here on each hand. And we're just gonna remove, oh my goodness, Butterfingers. We're gonna remove all of those from the packaging. There we go. Right? Reximus128 says, I never thought of her as Skinwalker, but that's kind of what the quirk entails, right? She has to drink your blood in order to shapeshift into you. That's very Skinwalkery. Let's see. But of course, she also has a lot of vampire influence. There we go. We got our standard Revoltech stand, which I'm just gonna cut open here. Get that out of the way. Renq says, what? She isn't a normal student anime girl? Either that's a sarcastic question or you've never seen My Hero Academia before, which is completely fine, either or. But yes, despite her appearance, like I said, despite her a fairly ordinary, plain appearance, no, she has powers. She has powers, she has vampirism, she's obsessed with blood, and not only that, she's obsessed with making connections. Definitely a psychologically damaged character that is just obsessed with people to the point that she wants to become them, which is reflected in her powers. So any ships that are made with this character are misguided, except for maybe Ochako, because they have a little more chemistry than her other loves. I guess Twice too. If I was drinking alcohol, I would pour one out for Twice. I gotta be honest, when I first saw the League of Villains, I wasn't too much of a fan, but as the show went on, as the story went on, they turned out to be some of the most intriguing characters in the entire show. Himiko, Twice, you got, of course, Shigaraki, which I think he also has a figure that I don't have yet. What can I say? I prioritize the cute anime girls. Okay. Oh, and needless to say, I'm getting the SH Figure Arts version of Toga too. And definitely going to get a Miruko if Bandai ever makes one. They have to. And then we have a lot of these blood canisters, which in the show she has labeled with different characters. So she like stabs someone with a needle, gets a sample of their blood, and just collects all of them here. So each of these canisters represents a character that she can shape-shift into by drinking it. So pretty morbid power, but really creative. Pretty spooky. This could have been a worthy Halloween stream or review, but that time has passed, so now she has to be relegated to November, which is relevant to certain people, I'm sure. Okay. Now we got her instruction sheet here, which is just detailing pretty basic stuff. Hands, faces. There we are. And what? You got an A hand and a B hand for what? I guess you have different hands for her knife, which I completely missed that. Where is her knife? What? I'll find the knife. I'll find the knife right now. What the hell? Oh. Oh, look at that. So we have alternate thigh parts with these holsters equipped. Really nice cheek detail. There we go. That's really cool. So I thought that these were sculpted in to these holsters, which, well, they also seem to be on ball joints too, so they're slightly articulated. But no, they are actually functional I spoke too soon. So it seems that only the first one is an actual knife. I think the rest of them here are sculpted in detail. You can't pull them out unless I try really hard. Why would I do that? Oh, there you go. Get a knife. Do we have another knife on her other leg? Yep. Okay. So it seems that we get two knives. We get two knives. Which is kind of a shame. Why couldn't we just get 6 of them? That would have been cool. Whatever. Maybe not whatever, because this figure is, after all, worth $80. Let me double check that. You could also check for yourself. Link in the description if you're interested at any point. This figure is indeed $80. Oof! That's kind of steep for what she is. But whatever. The economy, am I right? And we'll get to the Nanmu Studio figure when we get to it. Alright! So that was the unboxing. I don't really need these instructions too much. Maybe in order to find out what hand is what. But I think we can go ahead and just start playing, start exploring, and of course start hanging out. Let's talk about anything while I mess around with this figure here. Give you a good look at the details. Really beautiful. Really nice sculpt. Very true to the character. Which again, pretty ordinary clothes, right? Which I personally enjoy that she looks so ordinary and plain, but then you look at her face, and it's even said within the show that she has the face of a demon. That's what her parents said to her, if I remember correctly. But no, she's just the goofy girl. There you go. Let's see if I can get a better angle here. Gotta put her right up on the camera for you to see her. Look at that. Love her face. Perfect. Something about the hair, though. Kind of weird. I feel like maybe I can, like, plug her face in a little bit more. Well, I guess not. We get her little buns, which don't seem to be articulated. Ah, shit. That's actually pretty sharp right here. You also want to be careful. They're potentially brittle, I suppose. Just don't put too much pressure on these. But these are solid pieces, not flexible at all. Ah, shit. I guess that's appropriate for someone who likes to draw blood. Now, there's kind of hard to talk about her overall design because, again, it's a very ordinary schoolgirl outfit. But I could already tell that her articulation is bananas. Oh, excuse me. Oh my god. I didn't realize her her underwear was that color. There we go. We're learning a little more about the character than we bargained for. That's kind of an unspoken benefit when you get a figure of an anime girl. You get to, you know, if the company decided to detail that portion. We're not going to linger too much on that, though, due to YouTube's monetization policies. But I just want to let you know that it's there for you. Happy November. We got turn around here. You know, let's just jump into her accessories. Like I said, kind of hard to talk about her normal ass schoolgirl outfit, schoolgirl sweater. Let's see, what do we got? Let's start off with some of these alternate faces. Why not? So we're just gonna pop open her head. Like that. See the face isolated. Very good. Beautiful mouth detail. Those teeth are very nice. Oh, this is a face that really enamored me towards this figure. I don't even remember when she pulls this face in the show, but isn't that just precious? Let me see. Pop that on. There you go. What is that expression? What is that expression? So cute. So cute. Trying to focus. What does the box say? Box usually has names for these faces. In this case, it doesn't. What can you call that? Kissy face? Blood-sucking face? She never sucks blood in this way. Not once in the show. Okay, maybe during a flashback. I don't think she ever like go full vampire on somebody. I think it's always they bleed and then she licks it up, or she collects the blood and. Hold. Thank you very much. Thank you for continuing to donate, everybody. But hold the fort. We had a huge lag spike right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and change our settings so that doesn't happen again. Give me just a second. Stay on the line. We're gonna be right back. All right. Talking about sucking my blood. Curse you, Spectrum. Hello. We should be good. We should be back. How are we doing? How are we sounding? Hopefully you guys didn't skedaddle through those few seconds that I had to change the settings. Okay. We're gonna get right back into it. I had to drink a little bit of my blood bag real quick. Anyway. I was over here just admiring this super adorable kissy face. Look at how good she looks from all angles to this face. Also, I'm still trying to get a good focus here. It seems like that's the best I could get. Right? Come on. Oh, there she is. There she is. Look at that. Oh. Kawaii. Think you even get like a little bit sculpted teeth there in the mouth. That's very cat-like. Anyway, let's move on. Really don't know what to call this face. Kissy face. The chew face. And we get just a closed mouth smile. From these faces, for anybody not familiar with My Hero Academia, you'd think that she's just a friendly character. Like, none of these faces indicate that she's a villain. I guess maybe the sharp features might look a little bit evil, but I mean, look at this. She would not hurt a fly, let alone an entire human being. You do not get bloodsucker from this face at all. That is so sweet. Look at this. Oh. And you gotta check that profile as well, that classic Horikoshi pony mouth. They captured it really well. It's very, very expressive. I love that little bit of fang that you can see from that smile too. Look at this. So cute! So cute! But then we get into our next phases here, where she's full on baring her teeth. Well, this is more like her default face, but looking off to the side looks a little more sneaky. Her wide open, toothy smile, which I absolutely love. But in universe, it's supposed to look really scary. I suppose it looks kind of scary in real life here, too. There she is. And then we get into her angry face. These faces are, I suppose, a little more villainous, but still, I can't help but be endeared toward this. This literally just looks like a cat hissing. And like a cat hissing, I don't feel any fear. As a pathetic attempt to make me feel fear. Oh, that's lovely. But yeah, this is like an angry yell, angry, fierce, teeth-bared face. Should change her pose, make it look a little more serious. There she is. And then, of course, everyone's favorite face. Once again, I don't remember when she does this. Probably some, like, cover illustration or something, but her whole tongue is out, fully sculpted. Zam! I guess you could pair this with, hold on. So we get a pair of fists. Let's switch these out real quick for these. Pretty sure I've seen this particular pose somewhere. But yeah, just all of these faces, and especially this tongue face, it just emphasizes how mouthy this character is. Her mouth is like her most iconic element. Her mouth full of teeth. It's part of her character design, it's part of her power. Very mouth forward. Something like this I think I've seen. Where she's like pointing to her mouth like that, like the Joker. Although, hold on. What? By the way, the joints are pretty tight for their size. Ooh, can you hear that? Ooh. It's kind of a similar situation to Mirko, actually. Might even have to loosen that up. Not sure if I like how squeaky that is. But anyway, I'm trying to get her to point toward the corners of her mouth. But looks like she can't really pull it off because of that elbow bend. Unfortunately, this is as far as her elbow bends. She can't do a full Shia LaBeouf Transformers 2007 meme. She can't do a full curl, unfortunately. Is that the case with the rest of these Revoltech Hero Academias? I have them on the side here, so I'm comparing and contrasting. Seems to be a common thing. So we have Ochako here. Her elbow also does not bend all the way. And even my beloved. Oh, what a joy, what a pleasure it is to bring this figure out for any reason at all. Oh. But even her, she also cannot curl all the way. Oh my goodness. The rest of the stream could just be about her. Round 2 with Mirko. Beautiful. Let's get her out of the way before I burst into song once again. Can't get over her. Had to take her out of my case, by the way, chap. Mirko's so good that she was displayed in there, but I took her out for tonight so we can compare and contrast with Toga. But anyway, getting the limited elbow joint out of the way, not too bad. We can just get her to point at her head, I suppose. I was just trying to replicate a particular picture that I think I saw by Horikoshi, the artist, the author of My Hero Academia. Something like this. I could be wrong. Could have also been a piece of questionable fan art, not drawn by me. I never drew anything like that. With Toga, at least. Anyway, take a look at the rest of her hands. So we switched out her fists. And I guess we're just gonna keep the tongue face, cause it's funny. What other hand do we have? Got a pair of open hands here. Let's pop these off, see how that looks. Really like that little sweater detail sculpted into each of the hands. So you can get that appeal of the overly long sleeves with every hand that you connect. So we get her open hands like that. They're really well sculpted. And as you can see, as I'm posing her, she maintains her proportions really nicely. There you go. Wait a minute. Her primary color scheme is sort of yellow, right? And she's a vampire? Could this be Gulp? A JoJo? It's not a meme anymore, is it? I'm so late to that. If I was into JoJo at the peak of those stupid "is this a JoJo reference" memes, I would have killed. But I got into it too late. So we have pair of grabby hands, and as outlined in the instructions, you get two types of grabby hands. So this could either be grabby hand A or grabby hand B. And I wonder if they're labeled on the actual part. They're tiny, but it's possible. And it does not seem that they are, so let's see. The instructions. Oh, wait, this is Ochako. Where is Toga's instructions? Where did I put those? There we are. So, let me see. So the difference between grabby hand A and grabby hand B seems to be the finger and thumb position. They've circled it. While I have limited reading skills in Japanese, I unfortunately cannot read that. Something of yubi ga something ga teru. I don't fucking know. I can't read all kanji. I recognize the character for finger though, yubi. Let's see. It might be that they have a different level of grip. What is this hand move? What is this hand motion? I think they have a different level of grip, perhaps. One of them is for the knife, and another one is for the canister. Let me see. Oh! So the difference is obvious. Okay. So, let me tell you. One of the hands, one of the pairs of hands has the index finger and the thumb sculpted together. They're melded together. And this one is for the knife. And the other hand, and so that means that technically these hands are mismatched. These are not the same type of grabby hand. And the other type of grabby hand has the index finger and thumb separate. And this is for the canister. Which makes for a great segue into our accessories. So let's take a knife from the holster there. Let's put the knife right here. Was it? Had to do it.
The uncle
The thought just crossed my mind.
Hope you're having a good evening. I'm 4 out of 6 for completing MPG rating.
Oh, you poor soul. Thank you very much, Uncle Sho. Why are you doing that to yourself? Best of luck. And then we got a bit of a blood canister right there. Oh, come on. wanna... Damn it. Especially in these moments, I wish that the elbow could bend further. Because you know what pose I'm trying to get, right? Trying to get her... Trying to replicate how I look on Saturday. Trying to replicate how I look after the stream ends. God damn, I love beer, I mean blood. Actually, let's have her hold the knife like that. Oh, yeah, that's nice. There we go.
Kaido Pinoy tipped $5.
Thank you.
Hashtag putid in my teeth. I'm curious about Indominus.
Putid in my teeth. I love how Sally pronounces that. I'm curious about Indominus too, which is why we're gonna play with her a little bit later, so stay tuned. Let me enjoy Toga for a bit here. And I am! So far, I'm very much enjoying this figure. Looks really nice, plays really well. Just from the little bit that I've posed her here. If I had to complain about anything so far, it is that degree of elbow bend, which is... It's not the worst. All the other Revoltech Hero Academia girls have had it, but come on. I wish that she could bend her elbow a little bit more. Also, I think this is a good, that's a good pose. Do we have any other hands, by the way? Nope, I think those are all the hands. So we've taken a look at all of her faces, all of her hands, some of her accessories. Let's take a look at the rest of her accessories, which is... technically, a transformation sequence. Am I really gonna play the transformation song while I change her clothes? Let me know in the chat right now. You decide. I love democracy. Yeah, you see here we have the other side of the instructions that details that process. So it's not really a transformation, it's just swapping out parts to get her geared up appearance there. So there we are. What do you say? Any excuse to play the music? Jobby playing with his dolls. That's the whole channel. Except some dolls are a little more doll-like than others. Make her lick the knife? Oh, I'm damn sure she's done that in the show. I'm damn sure. Like Stain. Why haven't they made a Stain figure yet? Oh, man, I love Stain. Stain's so freaking cool. Surprised they haven't made a articulated figure of him yet. But yeah, Toga joins the League of Villains because of Stain, if I remember correctly. All the way back in the early seasons. Can she lick the blade? I'd probably have to switch the knife position here. Telling you. All of this stuff would be easier if the elbow could bend a little bit deeper. Which I guess it wasn't a big deal for all of the other characters. But for this character, whose mouth is such an important part of her poses, I wish that her arms, her hands could reach her mouth. They cannot, unfortunately. Look at that. Delicious. Yum yum, so good. There we go. But yeah, she can't quite. I'm like bending the plastic in order for the knife to go to her mouth, but yeah, she can't really do it on her own. Maybe her neck? Oh my god, look at her neck. Actually, not too bad. Like, it is an elongated neck part, but that just makes the range of articulation that much more great. And even with her looking up like that, it looks pretty natural with that long neck. There is a ball joint at the base, so maybe I can position that to crane her neck forward. Get that gamer posture going. There you go. And then maybe... Nah, not really. All right. She can't quite lick her knife, unfortunately. Okay. I think I will transform her. Any excuse to play the music. Why the hell not? Just to keep all of those Transformers fans occupied. See, I haven't abandoned Transformers. We're gonna do a transformation sequence right now. So give me a second while I set up the instructions. That's a really strange instruction setup, but it works. There we go. Okay. Let's go ahead and assemble the villain gear. Pause that background music real quick. We're gonna play this. We're gonna do the thing. We're gonna do the thing. Here. Oh, Majin Karo, you're so right. You're so right. We definitely need an ordinary woman figure. If you're not a My Hero Academia fan, that doesn't make sense to you. But if you are, if you know, you know. And if you know, you're based. We need an ordinary woman figure, fully articulated and to scale. Please. We need an ordinary woman figure and also a weather lady figure. Thank you. Anyway, first thing we're gonna do... I guess I didn't have to remove her hands. Get those back on. Yeah, I don't think she has anything going on with her arms, so her hands can stay intact. But what we do need to do is go to her back here and grab her belt, which contains more blood, I presume. And that's just gonna plug into this hole, which is usually reserved for the stand. It plugs in really nicely. And then on the front, we can attach that portion of the belt. Wraps around. Oh, there we go. Oh, looking very convincing. And now we can remove the head. Oh my goodness. Look at how that is constructed. Let's see. Gotcha. Got her collar. Really cool looking teeth. Very nice detail. Plop that down like that. And does this... Oh, look at that. So we got some pegs here. Pegs and tabs, chat. Doesn't just apply to transforming figures. Or who am I kidding? It's a transform... We're transforming this figure. So we can hook that on to the back using those pegs. Kind of a tight fit. Ooh, might even have to get the hair dryer. There we go. Just warm it up a little bit. What? LFP man? To what are you referring to? LFP man, this is exactly what he said.
That's a p-
What? What is what is a penis? What have you seen, my boy? Ah, there we go. The hairdryer worked. Just made those peg holes a lot more flexible so that you can shove in that collar. Ooh, looks really good. And then we can take these tubes and plug them into the canisters. There we go. Ooh. Looking real good so far, and then from there we can just shove the head back on. Hell yeah. This is how you make an ordinary schoolgirl look like a supervillain. So, from here we can just take these canisters, plug them all in to these holes. Her hair's kind of getting in the way. And these sides, these pods, seem to be articulated as well. They look like ball joints. There we go. Yeah, let's plug all the canisters in there. Pretty good fit. Just gotta give them a little push. Come on. There we go. Ooh, that felt nice. What the hell? Kind of the combination of the collar pushing up on the ball joint made her head pop off. You know, we'll keep it off. Keep the foul creature's head off as we assemble. I didn't expect this level of intricate peg and tab work for this particular character, but I'm not complaining. Let's see. Feels like I'm playing with a mecha figure with how I'm treating it. The collar's popping off. What the hell? Man, I thought that the heat of the hairdryer was working so well, but then that collar just popped right off. Okay. Let's do that again. Let's try that again. Let's line it up. Gonna shove that right in there. Come on. Oh, come on. Pushing in as hard as I can. Collar seems to be a little bit uncooperative. Seems good. For now. We'll find out as we mess around with this. Damn it! Nah. I think this villain collar just has a tendency to pop off. That's a little annoying. Now we're gonna... Oh! Hold on. Watch this now. I see! Is that how it works? I forget. I think these are, supposed to be the needles? Grab that alternate hand. I think these are supposed to be the needles that she stabs people with so that she can collect their blood. And they are pretty sharp. I think that's how it works. So from here, from the bottom of this needle canister, you get this little hole where you can plug this tube into. That's a pretty nice fit. Just feed that into her hand. Or maybe I should plug the canister in first and then plug in the tube. Yeah, that ought to do it. And from there, we can feed this right into... What? Excuse me? The instructions say you can plug this right into a canister, but there is no hole for you to do that. So I don't know what the frick they're talking about. I guess you remove a canister, and then you can plug a tube into the empty hole. Yeah, that's how it works. All right. I see. I get it now. There we go. Now she's in her... Now she's got that villain gear. Oh, actually, there's one more thing. Her legs. So we've actually got to... Excuse me. Pop all of this open, all of this thigh part. Get that cheek detail, which again we're not gonna linger on too much because of YouTube. Then we can pop on this alternate thigh part. I think I've got the right side. I know what cheek goes where. in all manners related to cheeks. I'm an expert. More like expert. The fuck does that even mean? Get off the stage. What the hell? Or a knife. Her knife fell off. So let's pop this off. And put that there. And then... there we go. Come on! Where the hell is this one tighter? There we are, there we are. Bit of a tight fit for some reason, but after all of that, took a little longer than expected. But I am taking my time with it, just making sure that I got everything correctly situated and positioned. After all of that, we got her in her, let's call it villain mode. Let's call it the villain mode here. That's the only transformation you're gonna get for the whole night, chat. That's it. Damn. Looks good. Great design. Pale Rider 080, why didn't I say that? You're so right. You're so right. Left cheek! Left cheek! You're so right. Full armor mode. That's a good way to put it as well. Yeah, this is great. What a fun figure. Again, I'm not too big of a fan of how loose the collar seems to be. But I guess in practice, it's not the worst thing ever. You can still articulate the figure like this. Move these blood pods, which are on ball joints. And these knife holsters are also on ball joints. You gotta watch for these knives, though. You kind of saw that they weren't tightly connected to these holsters, so yeah, they just pop right out. So keep a good eye out for that. Get this knife into her hand. Oh yeah, so cool. That's something too, like just the brilliance of this design. The base design, just the normal schoolgirl outfit, but this the villain gear does so much to make her stand out, to make her unique, iconic even. It's a cool design, cool costume. Barely a costume, but it works really well. Love that mouth collar, the sculpted in teeth. Give you a better look at that, actually, that detail. Very intimidating. Like, now I can take her a little seriously with this silly blood contraption. And now, really all there is left to figure out here is the articulation. You could already see that this is one of those figures that just desperately wants to be articulated. This is not made to be displayed in a neutral pose. So many ball joints here. There's one at the neck. You already saw that when we removed the head. Ball joint at the base of the neck here. We got some ball joints at the shoulders. Full rotation, but it is pretty tight. Same with these elbows. And as you saw already, the elbows could have been a lot better. But not bad at all. Now this midsection articulation, very, very cool, very nice. And not limited at all by all of the tubing here and the canisters. So that's a ball joint at the chest. Every ball joint can be, of course. Get a ball joint at the waist. Beautiful. It seems to be kind of a weird trend with articulated girl figures that their waist joint is not articulated, but this one has a ball jointed waist, like the other Revoltech girls. There we go. I think Figma actually is kind of bad for that, where they won't give their girl figures ball joint at the waist to, I suppose, preserve the unity of the torso. But Revoltech does not have those concerns, and it still preserves the unity of the torso. Looks really natural. And as weird as that, as off-putting and weird as that floating sweater piece was, it works in practice. Works really well. Keeps that sweater articulated, doesn't get in the way. And then her legs, you got a ball joint at the hips. Pardon me, ma'am. Just to get a good look at your ball joints. At the hips there. Got some thigh swivels. You get a... Well, the skirt is kind of flexible, not too much, but you get a... pretty good spread. Not fully horizontal. Okay, that skirt kind of does limit the kick, but I guess it would limit the kick in real life. I guess if you really wanted to, you could get a higher kick than that. Then you get a double bend at the knee, very squeaky. Some up and down at the ankle. Swivel here. A toe bend. And a ridiculous pivot. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she can effortlessly get into some action poses. Look at this. Look at how easily I got her into that. Looks great in that pose. Let's see how well she can stand up with her tiny feet. Oh! Yes, she can. She can stand. Very good. But of course, if you want it... Oh, she tipped over. What the hell? Come on now. Oh, there you go. That wasn't that big of a deal. You pushed them right back into place. If you wanted more articulation options, of course, you do get a stand. That arm is a little loose, but there's screws at each of the hinge joints, so you could tighten them up if you really wanted to. But just to test out its effectiveness here, plug that into the base, and you could either use this claw, which, you know, probably not the best method. Yeah, I tend to skip the claws when it comes to these types of figure stands. You get a peg hole here within the canister belt. Plug that right in. And of course, you could plug the stand directly into the figure without the villain gear. But there you go. Get some aerial poses. And she does go in the air. She can't quite fly, but she does get into the air at some points, especially during her pivotal scene with Ochako. I'm surprised we don't get any sort of faces to represent that moment. I would have loved a big, ugly, crying face, if you guys know what I'm talking about. If you're a My Hero Academia fan, if you've seen that. The cutest in the world face. I would have loved to have that as an option. Who knows, maybe it's a bonus face that I totally missed out on. But other than that, that is about all of the aspects of the figure. Maybe there's certain articulation tricks that I haven't completely unlocked or figured out. I suppose the last thing that I would like to do is, well, let's do more articulation tests. Why not? Let's, while the villain gear doesn't hinder the articulation too much, it does make the figure just a tad bit clunkier to handle. But you know what? I've already plugged it in. I'm gonna keep it here. Let's get rid of the tubing. Get that canister back on. And let's do a little more poses. Some funny poses. Chat! Pose ideas. Lay them on me. What other poses would you like? I appreciated the knife licking pose. We tried to do it, So what's another pose you want me to try out here? Let's give this figure a spin, huh? Let's take her out for a spin. JoJo pose, any pose, a fighting pose. I've already kind of did the fighting pose already. Killer Queen. How's Killer Queen go? I'm gonna do it without reference. Pretty sure I remember. Something like that. She doesn't have the right hands for it, but she does have pointing fingers, so I'll get those in. Gotta be careful when plugging them in, though. These pegs are tiny. They seem to be really strong, but you don't want to go and jam the hands into those pegs, so I'm just slowly twisting them into position. How's the Killer Queen pose go again? It's like something like that. Something like that. I forget. No, the arm position isn't quite right, and besides, she doesn't have that big of a elbow bend either. Superhero landing, supervillain landing in this case. All right, her head keeps popping off. I think that is the fault of the collar. So you know what? Let's remove the villain gear, including the thigh parts. Jesus. I just gotta point out the exquisite cheek detail every time I see it. Very nice. Which means you probably can get certain poses that I'm probably not gonna do on stream. Let's see. Alright. So superhero landing, supervillain landing. I'm keeping this face for some reason. So the skirt's kind of it's gonna get in the way of this. Let's see. Yeah, the skirt limits how high she can kick, which also means it limits how much she can kneel. So that's about as much as she can do. Ooh! Not bad. Can get the one of the grabby hands here. Give me a second. Now, where'd that one go to? I'm trying to find a knife hand. There it is. So we can plug that one in. And we grab her knife. And this one could be a open hand like that. And there you go. You kind of got superhero landing, supervillain landing. Not bad. See how it looks on the floor? There she is. Get that toe bend working. Oh yeah. Not bad at all. You know, more than not bad. That's actually really, really good. Alright, what else? What else, chat? Jacko pose with the Zam face. I mean, the Zam face stays on, so yeah, we can try that. I mean, like a lot of these Revoltech figures, she can arch really, really good. There she is. Then get the kick going. Pardon. YouTube, please. It's only an action figure. Now I'm just realizing, too, that the skirt is made out of 2 parts. Which means the kick is actually a lot more... There's a lot more kick than I initially thought. Because of this 2-part skirt construction. I didn't realize that until now. See, this is why we do these articulation tests. so that we can find the upper limits of the articulation. There we go. Get her elbows into position. I kind of want to loosen up the joints. These elbow joints are a bit scary. Not as fluid as I would like it to be. We can keep the knife on. Zam! Okay, maybe not perfect. But if I do it like this... What the hell? There you go. That's as best I can get. There she is. Now she just looks like a hungry cat. There you go. Absolute freaky. Oh boy. Yes, the goats. I'm aware that SH Figuarts is making a Toga, and I'm definitely getting her. I pre-ordered that figure already. She is in fact doing push-ups. Yeah, you could kind of see that the skirt detail gets kind of broken because of that split skirt design. Not too bad. And do I dare do a turnaround? All right, quickly. Alright. There we go. What else, chat? Mid-air jump slashing. Well, that one's pretty easy to do. Yeah, I feel like this, the joints here could, all use just a slight loosening. It doesn't feel super tight by any means, but it could afford to be just a tad bit more fluid. Look at that. Plug that into the stand. Oh. Come on. Give that a twist. There we go. Yeah. Should also tighten up the stand as well. Tighten up those screws. Well, that's not bad. It's not quite a slashing pose. That's more so about to slash. So what would slashing look like? I guess this. I guess that would be post-slash. There you go. Pretty freaking cool, huh? She handles opposing like no problem. That's a good cat right there. How about stabbing pose? Look at you, all of these character appropriate poses. You guys know your canon. Oh, come on. Ah! What the fuck? Her elbow swivel got loose. I don't know why that is. I hope nothing broke. Please. Alright, no, nothing broke. That was weird. It just got a little bit detached for some reason. Okay, I was just checking if my air conditioner was on. Got hot all of a sudden. Maybe it was because of that quick turnaround that I did. Okay. Oh, yeah. That's like about to stab, right? She about to stab. Okay. Are you asking me what my quirk would be if I was in the My Hero Academia universe? Well, Thirsty's got the right idea here. My quirk would be to swivel anything I touch. And when I think about it, that could also double as a stand power as well, actually. Couldn't the mouth hold the knife? I wish. I don't think that is possible with any of these mouths. Although a lot of them are quite open, I don't think the knife could well, it could kind of fit, but you would have to do some modifications for it to stay there. Maybe some blue tack. If you had some blue tack, you could get the knife in the mouth. If you wanted. Whew. Look at that. Torso articulation. Really good. Really good stuff. And yeah. This loose sweater belt is a little weird, but it works in the long run. Can she hit the Gangnam Style? She kind of already is in this pose. She kind of already is. Or even... Yeah, for any, like, stop-motion animators, this figure and a lot of the other Revoltech figures must be a dream. I think earlier someone suggested the Optisexus, which I'm surprised I didn't do yet. That is always a nice articulation test. Pretty easy for figures to pass it. But these elbows are a little scurry. Gotta be careful with them. And yeah, I mean, just as expected, she pulls it off. Of course. And because every ball joint can be a swivel, you can get a lot of poses out of her. Just ball joints and swivels all over the dang place. There you go. Butterfingers, dude. Okay. Is it weird to admit that Toga's my waifu since 2018? I mean, it is, but it's also extremely relatable. Okay. And on the topic of waifus, let's bring in my waifu for a comparison. And we'll bring Ochako in too. Get all my Revoltech My Hero Academia girls so far. What the hell? She lost her hair. She went bald. There she go. Oh my goodness. Now we got Toga. Kind of getting a weird Bandai feeling from the ball joints here. It's like the more I bend them, the tighter they get, which is not great. But it also seems pretty easy to fix. Just gotta get some silicone grease, just a tiny bit, in some of the more scarily tight areas, and that should make the figure feel a lot better. But there we go. We Got all these figures side by side. God damn it, Ochako. With your big feet. There you go. It's all of the Revoltech My Hero Academia girls so far. And they all look great. For my money though, Mirko, still the best figure of the bunch. Not just because she's my wife, but just constructionally, I think this figure is still the most fun to play with, and articulation-wise as well. But all of them are really, really good. Really great figures. And it'll be a damn shame if Revoltech is not producing anymore. I would have loved for Revoltech to do another... I would have loved for them to do Lady Nagant. Maybe even Mountain Lady. A lot of ladies. Midnight Lady. Is that her name, or is it Miss Midnight? I forget. You know, it would suck if they weren't doing anymore. Shit, even if they stopped making waifus, I would have liked for them to do something like Stain. A Revoltech Stain would have been really cool. But I don't know. I don't know where I heard that they're gonna stop doing these My Hero Academia figures. Could be bad intel, and I hope it is. I hope they continue, because all of these figures have been great so far. Oh, it's just midnight. Alright, thank you. Didn't Ochako come with parts for Toga? No, she did not, surprisingly. You might be thinking about the SH Figure Arts, which I don't have yet. I don't think it's come out yet either. Yeah. They all look great. What can I say? It's another winner. Toga is another winner of a figure. I love her villain gear up feature. Very cute, very accurate to the on-screen character, and very articulated. What more could you ask for from a Revoltech My Hero Academia toy? Definitely get it if you're a Toga fan, which I am, of course. Link in the description. And for the final size comparison, of course, we gotta bring in the regulars. We got Madoka. Strangely similar designs. And we got Godzilla. And of course, we got Optimus Prime. There they are. Alright. Well, let me go ahead and clear off the table here. And I'm gonna set up a nice little turnaround for you guys. Something for you to look at while we prepare for the next figure that we're gonna cover tonight, which is the Nanmu Studio Indominus Rex. See, I told you if I was gonna do these figures individually, the streams would be way too short. So good thing I'm doing 2 figures tonight. But also me setting up this nice turnaround for you gives me more of an excuse to play with her, because I'm not quite done yet. And while I do that, of course, keep on chatting away. Ask me anything. We can talk about anything, you damn well, please. My Hero Academia. What are your thoughts on My Hero Academia, by the way? I don't think I've got a straight answer from anybody in the chat. You guys like it? You guys hate it? You think it's overrated? Let me know. But be careful what you say. You might just make me a little angry. No, I'm just kidding. Say what you will. Do your worst. My Hero Academia is not perfect, but I like it a lot. Do a action pose. Oh my goodness, the hips got tighter for some reason. What the frick? Ooh, they're clicky now. Ugh. Kind of feel like the SH Figure Art Shimo with how tight the hips are getting. You hear that? All right, definitely gonna loosen that up later. You think it's peak? That's nice of you. My position on My Hero Academia is it can be peak. There was a whole stretch of time where I was done with it, but it picked right back up right after I was done with it. So essentially this whole final arc, which encompasses the last season of the anime and this season, all of this stuff has been fucking awesome. Like, they're finally doing what they've been building up for a very long time. It was just that build-up that I found a little bit weak, perhaps a little overextended with the whole hero-villain war. They were building it up for so long that I got tired and just wanted to see it. But then when it finally happens, my god, does it happen. Really cool stuff. Okay. Eren Yeager Desu. For the longest time, I refused to watch it because of the fan base. You're one to talk, Mr. Eren Yeager.
The uncle sure tipped $5.
But also, I agree with you.
Quick
Thank you.
reminder, fellers. Jobby has a voice role in a project I have on Kickstarter.
Ah, there you go.
So we can get it made.
If you're interested, chat, go ahead. Link is in the description. I do have a voice role in that particular project. Go ahead. Go check it out for yourself. Okay, I was supposed to be setting up a nice turnaround, but I just ended up posing the figure for fun, so... Don't mind me. Oh, you know what? You know what? Double-handed knife action. Come on. Come on. Gotta get some double-handed knife action. Let's go. My beautiful killer schoolgirl. Let's go. Yeah. That's the good stuff. And why not? Let's get Ochako in here. They're not really interacting with each other, but just to have all of these My Hero Academia figures on screen. And talking about fluid, Ochako might be a little too fluid. I forgot about that. It seems that Kyoto Revoltech, they kind of overcompensated with their next figures because Ochako is kind of loosey-goosey, so the rest of their figures have been really tight. I'm gonna grab my screwdrivers real quick so I can tighten up this stand, which is a feature, not a bug. Revoltech Mountain Lady, please, I beg. I know, right? That's what I've been saying. Make her 12 inches tall, too. Make her life size. Thank you. Make her 01 Studio cell sized. Thank you very much. Ah, there we go. Now the stand is not useless. And I'm not reposing Mirko because she's perfect. God damn you, Mirko. So perfect. Okay. I would say sorry for being down bad for Muriko, but I am not. It's totally justifiable. Okay. There you go. It also shows how good they look from all angles as well. It's a testament to the sculpting of these figures and how they cut their joints. And because Ochako is kind of the first in this line of My Hero Academia girls, she seems to be the weakest one in terms of how they cut her joints, how natural she looks. She can look somewhat unnatural depending on how you pose her. But these two, they really improved from Ochako. Ochako's not bad by any means. Just the weakest. The weakest figure. There you go. Gotta reposition them so that they stay on camera when they turn around like that. Oh, there you go. There you go. All right. All right then, chap. I think that's a good turnaround setup right there. So I'm gonna make this spin while I take a look at some of your donations. So thank you very much for continuing to watch. Thank you for donating, and thank you for your patience. So if you didn't donate $5 or more, my TTS bot did not read it out loud, so I didn't get to hear it. So I'm gonna read the under $5 donations right now for myself. Okay. I'm also gonna go grab a drink while I do that. Well, I'm gonna grab a drink so that I can drink that while I read these donations. What the frick? I have my fridge open the whole time. Oh shit.
Swivel here.
Yeah, boy. Some Izzy soda. Let's go. You like the drip? Yeah, you like the drip? Hell yeah. Anyway. Okay. Okie dokie. Feel free to continue donating, by the way. Of course, you don't have to, no pressure, but it does guarantee that I see your comment and question. And it also helps out the channel a lot. So, cheers to you. Thank you very much. Oh, that's delicious. Let's go ahead and see.
Swivel here.
Thank you very much. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. All right. Thank you, thank you. Here we go then. It's a Zeus with $1 through the stream elements. Oh yeah, dinos and the psycho anime girl is cool, I guess. What was the best thing to come out of modern Jurassic Park? The Hammond Collection line.
Swivel here.
I'm actually not too big on modern Jurassic Park. Jurassic World, I watched it. It was okay. I didn't watch Fallen Kingdom. I didn't watch Dominion. Or, I did watch Dominion, and it sucked. And I didn't even watch the new one, so I'm not a big fan of modern Jurassic Park. But Jurassic Park, the original movie, perfect. Absolute perfection. That's top 10 movies for sure. That first Jurassic Park movie. Alright, I read that one. Thank you very much for becoming a member. Let's see. ZRus451 with $2.12. Thank you. Why is the posable Nanmu Spino part of their Smart series when it couldn't break down that door after it broke the fence? Oh, I see. You're calling it stupid. Well. So what if you can see the darkest side of me? That's my response to any Spinosaurus related questions now. Aaron Yeager Desu with $2. Hey Job, been a while. How you been? I've been doing pretty good. Pretty good. I'm currently working on a video right now that should be released this Saturday, barring any sponsorship shenanigans, but it's on its way. It's on its way. The Collection Space Star Queen, once again in the spirit of November. This is the review I'm working on right now, chat, if you must know. Doesn't look like a girl, but it is. Which is a testament to how well engineered this figure is. All of the lady bits really hide very well to form this jet. But then you kind of get a glimpse of it when you look at the bottom. There you go. So that's what I'm reviewing on Saturday, hopefully. Put that off to the side. So that has been my week so far. Not bad. We got Squadzilla with $1 through the stream element. Says, I have acquired an Ava Unit 1 Blockies model kit. If I can actually find my cutters, which are apparently being a sneaky bitch right now, then I want to start building it. Unless you have a build and chill stream coming up in which I might wait for that. Which Unit 1 Blockies did you get? Did you get the rebuild version or the classic TV version? Classic TV version, please link where you bought yours. Thank you. Through my Twitter, of course. I follow you on Twitter, so you should be able to tag me in a link for that. I think I follow you. You follow me, that's for sure. Transfer P Sailor Boy with $4.99. Be careful with those ball joints. Broke on mine right out of the box. I'm assuming you're talking about Toga, and I already felt a little bit of that, so I'll definitely be loosening up her ball joints a little bit after the stream. We got Nephi, the Space Warrior, with $1 through the stream elements, and thank you very much for everybody donating through that link in the description or that pinned link in the chat. So I appreciate you highly for that. Hey Jabe, I have officially financially crippled myself for my first Haya figure, all thanks to your review. Although the right head suffers from the Kevin syndrome, I absolutely love Haya Heisei Ghidorah. I needed this. Elliot! You telling me that your copy has the same issue with the right head? So strange. I hope not. But regardless, I'm glad you're enjoying your copy. It's a great figure. You could actually kind of see my copy poking out right here, off frame. That is the wingtip of the Haya Heisei Ghidorah. Anyway. Hayden CNG with $1. Through the stream elements, I got 26 views on a video I made within 12 hours, and at least to me, that's a lot. It's more than some month-old ones, especially since it's on an unpopular figure that I like, Age of the Primes Heatwave. If you want to find my YouTube handle, is Hayden CNG. Well, congratulations. Keep it up if you enjoy it. Don't force yourself to do something if you don't want to do it. But congratulations to your video. All right. We got, let's see, Kaido Pinoy with $1 through the stream elements. I fell off of My Hero Academia around season 2 to 3. It just felt so repetitive, but I'm glad the figure turned out okay. That might have been around the time I took a break from it. But I'm telling you, toward the end, this final arc is really, really good. So whether or not that's worth going through 2 more seasons of the show, I don't know, but I'm just saying it's great. The story is awesome overall. Again, I'm not caught up with the anime, but I have read the manga, and it's a great story overall. Perhaps if you have the time and the patience, give it another chance. Zeros451 with $2.12. What I wanted from MHA, school life with action using cool powers, got fulfilled by a different series. No school, all action, made MHA exhausting. That's fair. I suppose different people will look for different things. I didn't mind when the school stuff got phased out of My Hero Academia. I quite like all of the villain stuff. I mean, again, the first time I saw the League of Villains, I wasn't too big of a fan of them, but then they have their whole arc where they're the protagonist of it, and that was so cool. I love that part of the show. Shigaraki's character development was really fun to see, and made him a great villain. But I understand. I understand. It's how my it's similar to how my sister felt about Bleach. Well, my sister was a big Bleach fan in high school, and I watched it with her for a while until they stopped doing the school stuff, because that's when she lost interest. So it seems very similar to how my sister feels about Bleach. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Let's see. Thirsty for chicken with $1? Through the stream elements. Jobby, I know you're done with Bandai bullshit, but you should check your Discord real quick. I just said a few streams ago how I desperately wanted this, but not like this. God damn it, Bandai. Oh no. Oh no. What do you mean? What do you mean? SH Monster Arts. Wait, what is this? What is this? SH Monster Arts. Is it a Final Wars Godzilla? But they already made a Final Wars Godzilla, SH Monster Arts. Does this have a light up feature or something? Hold on. Oh my god. Well, anyway, it looks like a heat ray version, a special color version, if you will, of the SH Monster Arts Final Wars Godzilla. It also includes the ship from that movie. I forget what the ship is called. And I think what's getting Thirsty for Chicken in a certain mood is that price tag. 19,800. Let's convert that into dollars real quick. Bandai, you son of a bitch. How much is that? $128. Plus a lot of additional fees. You bet you're not gonna get it for that price over here in the States. That's a lot of money, man. So yeah, $128 retail for in Japan, the Japanese price, $128. I'm gonna predict like 200 or 300 over here. That's just a lot of the extra fees get compounded onto each other. It's gonna be bad. All right, that's cool. Thanks for sharing, Thirsty. We got Squardzilla. Thank you for 30 months of membership. Crazy. My Unit 1 is not the TV version, but I found it at the mall, so I have to link. Also, I have acquired my cutters. Awesome. Godspeed. Now we got Ray Ramirez, Decker Sato with $1 through the stream elements. Yo, Jobby, how you doing tonight? Triple left cheek meme.
Left cheek! Left cheek! Left cheek!
There we go. Anyways, hope we get another Dinobot review soon. Swivel here. Or should I say...
Swivel here.
Well, Dinobot review, that depends on who's making them. Kang Toys Dinobot, the next Kang Toys Dinobot, I should say, will not be released for another, I'm gonna say, a couple of months. It's gonna be a while until they release it. They haven't even released any color pictures of their Grimlock, which should be the next one, the T-Rex. Other than that, man, yeah, I can't tell. There's not much else I can tell you. It's up to the people making them. You know, people make the joke about Kang Toys Volcanicus being in 2050. At the rate that they're releasing them, it might be so. I've been pretty good about reviewing them as they come out. Like every month these past few months, it's been one Kang Toys Dinobot per month. But now they're taking a big break to release their next one. I'm not impatient or anything. Matter of fact, I hope that they take their time with their next release and perhaps address a lot of the common issues that a few people have been noticing. You know, it wasn't just me that pointed out all of those flaws with Kang Toys Brontosolid. A lot of other people have the same issues. So hopefully, Kang Toys kind of wakes up a bit and incorporates more pegs and tabs and pegs and tabs. We'll find out, but it won't be for another few months. So don't you freaking dare, and I'm not talking to you specifically, Ray Ramirez, but don't you freaking dare ask me, But Daddy, where's the next Kank Toys Dinobot? Ah, it's not out yet. Fuck off. Squardzilla with the $1. Through the stream elements. Sorry, I had a typo. I meant have no link instead of to link. All right, thank you for the clarification. And thank you once again for everybody continuing to donate. Again, feel free to continue if you want. You don't have to, but it does guarantee that I see your comment or question and helps out the channel quite a bit. Now, with all of the donations being read so far, we are going to unfortunately move on from these precious anime girls. So let's get these off the screen. We'll bring them back later. But for now, we're gonna take a look at the next figure of the night. Something that I'm very curious about. We have our second sharp teeth girl of the night. The Nanmu Studio VALKYRIE, also known as the Indominus Rex Tiger Stripe version. Let's crack this open and see what she's about. While I wasn't a big fan of Jurassic World, Indominus Rex was really freaking cool. And I would have preferred it be the original color, but that one has not shipped out yet, so we're gonna have to settle for this tiger version, which doesn't look bad at all. Okay. Open the door, get on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur. You're so right for that, LFP man, and you should say it more. There we are. Ooh, we got a lot of, or not a lot, but we got a few alternate hands here. Whoa, that's very intimidating. My goodness. And what was the deal with Indominus Rex again? She was a cross between a T-Rex and a Velociraptor. Was that it? I know it was the whole marketing gimmick of the audience doesn't want dinosaurs anymore. They want monsters because they're all bored of dinosaurs, which I think that premise is bullshit. People are not bored of dinosaurs yet. Come on. And they wouldn't be, even if they lived alongside them, they wouldn't be tired of it. There you go. We got a stand. Seems to be a stand, the stand that is included with every one of these Nanmu Studio figures, but I haven't found them to be very effective for any of them, so we're just gonna put that off to the side. We'll try to get it to work tonight, but we will inevitably fail. We have the tail. Very nice coloring already. We're gonna have to heat this up. I have a feeling about just to loosen up all of the ball joints. We got the main body. Oh, ooh, damn, that's hefty. No die-cast metal. That is just a solid chunk of plastic right there. My goodness. Whew. There she is. God damn. Mamma mia, that is very nice looking. Jesus. Okay. Let's pop in the tail. We're definitely gonna have to heat this up. So time to roast. Time to roast. Okay. Yeah, hybrid between a lot of bullshit, but mainly the Raptor and the Rex. That's how I remember it. Thank you for clarifying. Okay. Go ahead and hope that was enough heat. Shove that in. Even give it a bit of a twist. Oh. Oh my. Oh. Oh. There you go. There you go. Wow. Holy moly. Whew. That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. My goodness. Even the tiger coloring is really working for me now that I have the figure in hand. Ow! I keep getting scratched by these forearm spines. Be careful if you're gonna get one of these for yourself. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. See if I can get her standing up on her own. Jesus, I keep getting caught by the spines. Seems kind of hard to balance, but not impossible. Just gotta position the legs in such a way, maybe even get the tail working. There we go. Woo! Woo-wee! Beautiful! Get right up in there. Take a look at all of that detail, all of that paint, all of that sculpting, all of that skin texture. My goodness. Super impressive. Extremely realistic. And as far as I remember, the sculpting is accurate to the film. I can't wait for the movie colors. I really like the movie colors with the gray and the red eyes. I hope that, I'm sure that one will look even better, but this is such a great sculpt. Really fun paint job. And these are the forearm spikes that have been harming me this whole time. Hopefully it does not draw blood. Got these really vicious looking hands. And we got the legs. Mamma mia. Really great proportions here. Cool. Beautiful stuff. Absolutely beautiful. And I can't help but already explore the articulation. As you can see, the head with the segmentation here, it moves very naturally. Got a great range of articulation. Let's check the mouth. Let's check the teeth. That's what the stream is named after all. Oh. Oh, fuck. Oh my god. That's a great mouth. God damn, that's a great mouth. Look at the glossiness of the inside of the mouth compared to the relative flatness of the skin. It's a similar quality of painting and sculpting to their Velociraptor, which still, in my opinion, is their best looking figure, but this one is a close second for sure. Look at that. The tongue is not articulated, unfortunately, but holy crap! Those teeth! Very sharp. Watch your ass. Oh. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And you get that little glossiness of the eye there. It's not a glass eye by any means, but it is a very glossy paint that they used to give the figure a little bit of soul. Give some life to those eyes. God damn. Look at that. You kind of feel a certain way when it's looking straight at you. That's a real creature that's on your ass right there. Activates my fight or flight response. Crazy. So good. So good. Let's get a shot of that back detail here. My god, look at that. Whew. All the way to the tip of the tail. Is it a bendy wire? I don't think it is. It's just one segment that's curvy. Mamma mia. So, As we've seen, that neck joint poses really naturally, really nicely. Seems that the body has no issue posing either. Right now, I'm just checking if there's any parts that need slight heating up. Ooh, look at that. Look at the midsection. Get that working. Get a little bit of upward movement like that. And then we get a crunch a little bit. A little bit of side to side. Not too much. Look at that. Shoulder joint. Ow! Okay, be really careful. I keep saying it, but I keep getting hit by it. Be really careful when it comes to these forearm spikes. Holy moly. Those are sharp. So you do get a full rotation. Arm moves out. You could kind of swivel that bicep. Bend at the elbow. Hinge joint at the wrist. And a swivel here. A swivel at the elbow as well. Can look side to side. I'm trying to swivel them, but it's not really designed to do. You can kind of get a swivel at the neck. That's kind of cute, actually. Look at that. It's like she just took a bath and she's shaking it off. Yeah, that head, very cool. Just really, really natural as you're articulating it. That opening mouth too, very intimidating. Okay, we got ball joints at the hips. Full 360 maybe? Probably not. Oh, never mind. Full 360. Now that just pops off. You can see how it's constructed here. Wish that it was Haya Toys or SH Monster Art style double ball joint. So it really is just a static ball joint peg. So all of the articulation is just this one point. But not the worst. You can still get pretty good spread. And I guess you could call that a fake thigh swivel. We got a knee bend. Pretty damn good knee bend. No swivel there. We got a ball joint at the ankle. Every ball joint can be. Crazy pivot. And at the toes, it's another ball joint. I guess I don't have to heat this up. This feels really nice and fluid already. Every ball joint can be one of those. Oh yeah. She feels nice and fluid right out of the box. And then we have the tail. Which, 1, 2, 3, 4 segments? Not the most, but it surprisingly works pretty well to make the tail look natural. Of course, I would have preferred more segments, but that is not bad at all. And it looks really good in context. Oh my god. Oh! I almost forgot. Look at this. Hinge joints at the toes. Individually articulated toes. Beautiful. That's a bit tight. Same thing on the other side. Lovely. Absolutely. Absolutely lovely. My goodness. So good. Nanmu Studios, you've done it again. So glad I decided to jump right into this company. They have not really let me down. Again, the V-Rex is still maybe the weakest one that I got so far, but it still was really good. And this one is the same. Really, really good. Better than the V-Rex. But still, I think the Velociraptor is the best one they've done. So, I guess all of these are alternate hand parts. What is this one for? So this is clear. So we got a pair of relaxed hands, and these are more clawed hands. It's like the difference between this and this, right? But then this, I suppose you could use this to get like a sort of quadruped pose, but you only get one of these hands. Maybe it's a specific pose from the movie that I don't remember. And there's no indication on the box as to what that could be. Yeah, walking on all fours is what I'm leaning towards. So let's see if we can get that set up. Alright, so this is... Okay, my right, her left. This is her left hand. So let's pop this open, or pop this off. Alright, I'm gonna heat that up. Her roar on the waterfall scene, I don't remember that, but I will take your word for it. Alright, I gotta heat that up even more. Oh, I cannot wait for the movie color version of this. That's gonna look even better than this. This tiger stripe version is a fun alternate color, but man, that movie version's gonna hit. Oh. Feels like I'm kind of doing a superhero landing now. Yeah, that does not look right. I guess it doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look quite right. It might be it, though. This will look a lot more convincing if we got another one of these hands, but we only get the one, so... What if I look that up? Will it show? Indominus Rex Roaring Waterfall. Okay, I don't see it. Oh, actually I do. Okay, yeah, so she does kind of get on all fours. I guess that this is supposed to replicate that. Whatever. I'm just gonna switch out this hand for the other one. Let's do the clawed hands. Yeah. Man, this figure's awesome. This figure's really sick. Oh, gotta heat this up again. If I had to complain about anything, I wish he was bigger. It's pretty big. The figure is pretty big, but it is it's not to scale with any other thing. It's not even to scale with their own Velociraptor, which that is super frustrating. So apparently for Nanmu Studios, they have two different scales going on. One for their larger carnivores and another one for their smaller carnivores. It's kind of annoying. I wish all of their figures were just in scale with each other. So I hope that someday we'll get some upscaled versions of their larger carnivores, because even their upcoming T-Rex and their Spinosaurus, they're not going to be to scale with their Velociraptors, for instance, but they will be to scale with each other, which is fine. So, just to give you more of an idea of what I'm talking about, let me bring out the Velociraptor. So, I'm going to attach her tail real quick. And I'm talking about the Velociraptor. I'm surprised they haven't made a blue figure yet. Let's see. There we go. See that? Look how beautiful this is, by the way. Still. As beautiful as this is still Nanmu Studio's best. As far as I can tell, so far. Just, oh, great. Oh my God. Of course you get the opening mouth. This is absolutely perfect, this figure. I gotta review it. Anyway, as you can see, not to scale with the Indominus Rex, way too big. So, I wish this were bigger, so that it can scale with their Velociraptor. It's a baffling decision, but I have no choice but to respect it because Nanmu Studio is clearly extremely talented and dedicated to what they do. I just hope that enough people make a stink about it that I wish that your larger carnivores would actually scale to your Velociraptors, or alternatively make smaller Velociraptors so that they scale with their larger carnivores. I'm just saying. Well, now what else is there to do with the Indominus? Let's do some more articulation tests. So, let me just do a standard roaring pose. That works out really well. Really love how this looks. Yeah. Now let's see if I can get that stand working finally. Could never figure out how you're supposed to use these Nanmu Studio stands. They all have them. Oh, this one's even more baffling than the other ones. What the frick? Oh. Look at this. Why is it... Why does it not plug in all the way? Very strange design for the stand. Oh my god. And now it's super tight. Okay. So, she fell face flat, so maybe we can use this stand to support the chest area? I guess that works. Yeah, I guess if you really needed to. Alright. Okay, stand. You're not so bad after all. It actually serves a purpose. Bit of a shake test here. Oh yeah, that stand's actually holding her up. I will eat my words here. Okay. Let's do some more poses. Very intimidating. But then if you if you get her hands in a certain way, you can oh no. Why does that work? Why does that kind of work? There you go. I can't believe it. That doesn't look bad at all. What the frick? Wow. Chat seems to be enjoying this. Hell yeah. Wait, what? Oh no! There we go. Pops right back in. Alright. Yeah, it doesn't work quite well. Balance is all off. We gotta be careful with that jaw, actually. Kinda saw that it forcibly closed. Did anything break? It did not. For how thin and somewhat delicate how delicate they look, they seem to be quite solid, these teeth. Oh yeah. This is a good one. Another Nanmu Studio banger. Very nice. Probably my second favorite Nanmu Studio figure so far. I really hope that the T-Rex is just as good, if not better. And of course the Spinosaurus. And again, I hope that at some point Nanmu Studio decides to upscale their larger carnivore figures so that they can be to scale with their smaller carnivores. Make them Hammond Collection. Hammond Collection scale would be so sick. But keep the same amount of quality painting and sculpting and articulation. That would be a dream come true. Probably wouldn't even be that much more expensive to buy, because this figure as is, let's check the price. $80. $80. So, you know, no hate to Toga, but I kind of like this more for $80 than this. So these two are the same price, essentially, which is crazy to think about. These two are the same price. Also, these are the two figures for tonight. Just side by side. And then, of course, we gotta do this. It's just simple to set up. Look at that. Ah! Toga, please, you dropped your knife. Come on. Yeah. There they are. Oh my goodness. Toga does not want to stay put. Okay, maybe I actually I could keep the Indominus like this. Seems fairly balanced. Come on.
Swivel here.
Thank you. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. We're gonna start reading donations fairly soon, I think. Yeah. Yeah. That is a surprisingly, dare I say, epic display. And before I turn them around, before I start the turnaround, just to give you an idea how big this thing is. See? It's a pretty big figure. It's actually a great size for what it is, but I just wish it were bigger to scale with the Velociraptor. Or again, alternatively, they can make their Velociraptor smaller to fit the scale of this. But this is a good size. It's a very imposing size. But imagine if it were even bigger. Wouldn't that be something? Alright. Let's do some size comparisons. Of course, we've got Toga right here. We've already compared these two. We got the Velociraptor, not to scale at all. If anything, this is more to scale with Hammond collection figures. There we go. We got our... Oh my god! Okay. I guess the stand for this figure is somewhat necessary now, isn't it? So just to... Oh yeah! Just to keep her standing. Well, as you saw, it's not impossible to balance her on her own, but I guess for long-term displays, you wanna get the stand to work. Although, even though I found a way to get the stand to work, it might just be better to get a different stand altogether, like a separately sold stand altogether. This isn't the best one. But that seems to work for now. I'm just getting Toga into a pose before I sit her down. I'm definitely gonna have to loosen up her ball joints. There we go. There we go. That works. We got Madoka. We got Godzilla. Totally to scale. And we got Optimus Prime. There we go. Well, all right. That is all. That is basically everything I gotta... everything there is to cover about these two figures. How long did that take me? Ooh, just a little over 2 hours. I think that's a great amount of time for a stream. I'm not gonna end the stream quite yet, although we are concluding our figure section of the stream. We are going to be transitioning into our Hangout, our live Q&A / Hangout portion / donation reads if you got them. I heard a few more donations come in, so I'm gonna take a look at those very soon. So stay on the line. Don't go anywhere. The stream is not over yet. So let me go ahead and set up another turnaround. Why not? It's a bit of a schizophrenic display, but that's nothing new for the channel. I like how Toga looks on the dinosaur, actually. It's pretty epic. There we go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, and the Velociraptor tipped over. Okay. I think I take back all the bad things I said about this stand. It seems to be working very well. Alright then.
Thank a friend tipped $5. Toga
Thank you very
Indominus
much.
Ron.
Exactly. Let me lead you! I was expecting a giant car. It's a quote from everyone's favorite movie. Alright. Before we get started here, let me grab another drink. Let's go. Ooh, what flavor am I gonna do now? I could do one of these. Apple flavor. Sounds pretty dang good. Oh. Well, chat. What did you think about the figures of tonight? Did you like them as much as I did? I think both of these figures are winners. Very different objectives, so I suppose it's not fair to directly compare them, but if I did have to choose for my personal preference which one I prefer, which one I enjoyed more, I guess. Ah, man. I think I gotta go with the Indominus. I'm sorry, I'm a fake gooner. I'm a fake gooner. I gotta go with the Indominus. The dinosaur wins the night, in my opinion. It's just so visually impressive, and I love dinosaurs, so it's it's hard to beat. Okay. Cheers, chat. Let's do more donations. Look at this cool coaster that I'm bringing out again. My Godzilla Earth coaster. Still haven't seen those movies. Okay. Let's go ahead and see where we left off here. Thank you again for continuing to watch and continuing to donate, and thank you for your patience. Here we go. Let's see. Oh. Christopher103 with $2.12 says, can you make Toga an indie kiss? Either now or at least at the end of the stream. I'll consider it. If I remember. Thank you very much.
Swivel here.
Very strange request, but I won't judge. I can't. I have no right to judge. We got It's a Zeus with $1 through the stream element. Says Toga managed to tame the I-Rex. We're so dead. How would Ochako, Toga, and Mirko play if they're in a fighting game? I'm by no means a fighting game expert, but I would assume that Mirko would be... I could see Mirko being like a heavy, like a quick heavy, like Bowser. She would control like Bowser in Ultimate, and she would probably be my main because of that. I could see Toga being like a lightweight sword character, or I guess medium weight. Ochako would be the lightweight character, like Jigglypuff. So, I'm not a fighting game expert, but I play a lot of Smash Brothers. I don't know if that counts. But that's how I relate to fighting games, is Smash. So, Mirko would play like Bowser, Toga would play like a Fire Emblem character, and Ochako would be like Jigglypuff or Kirby. Alright. And, well, that's all the donations so far. Thank you very much. The majority of them have been $5 and above, which I appreciate. Keep them coming, if you so choose, but from now until the end of the stream, we're just gonna be hanging out. Alright. Okay. So go ahead and ask me anything. We can talk about anything you want. And at a certain point, I'll start a timer and I can get out of your hair. But for now, we're just hanging out. We're just hanging out. What is my second favorite Brave series? I've only seen one, Galgaigar. I've seen a little bit of Better Man. I don't know if that counts. But I gotta go with Galgaigar. Miruko would be chic with the damage of Bowser. I could see that too. Well, I don't think Miruko would have any projectiles at all is the thing. She would be all close combat. Maybe like Little Mac, if he can jump. Miruko would definitely be like a very adept jumper. Yeah. Or maybe Miruko would just be Incineroar. Because they're both like lucha themed. Just with more jumping, more emphasis on jumping and aerial attacks. There. Okay. Hey, Adian. Happy early birthday, man. And you got the Lego Soundwave. Let's go. Enjoy yourself. Hell yeah. Will we get another song for the inevitable Himiko Toga review? I don't think so. I like Toga, but not to the extent that I like Miruko. The thing about Miruko is that she's so beautiful and lovely that it drove me to song. I don't think Toga does that for me necessarily. And that's talking about the character and the figure. Miruko did a lot for me. I'm even having a hard time looking at the feed right now. I cannot get distracted. Cannot get distracted by Miruko. Jesus. Lovely woman. Oh, did I skip 2 donations when the top one came in? God damn it. Thank you very much, Squartzilla. Did I? Wait a minute. I did not. I read those already. I appreciate. Oh wait, no, I did. I skipped this one. Oh, it was your Squartzilla, my bad. Thank you for $1. I don't think you care much for the Indoraptor, but I'm pretty sure it scales with the Indominus and any other large carnivore. Still wish the rest of their raptors scaled correctly. But yeah, I also don't care about the Indoraptor. You're right about that. Thank you very much for the donation. Okay. Vladislav is asking about this patch. Never played it. So once again, I do want to say that both of these figures are available in the link in the description, but unfortunately, I'm saying now that Indominus is sold out at Gundamit.com. It's where I bought it, but it's sold out now. Where else can you get the Nanmu Studio Indominus? Big Bad Toy Store is out of stock as well. Let's see. There's a store called Lana Time Shop.
Swivel here.
I've never had anything shipped out from them before. I wonder how they'll do. If you're interested, seems like Lana Time Shop has some of these in stock. They seem to specialize in dinosaur figures as well. Okay. And we got It's a Zeus with $1 through the stream elements here. Thank you very much. Smash got the archetype seen in traditional fighters. Miruko, to me, would be a fast grappler with jumps. Toga, a rushdown, essentially giving no breathing room for the opponent. And Ochako's best fit for a zoner. Well, if any of you guys understood those terms, there you go. I have an idea of what each of those means, but I'm not familiar with the vocabulary. Orion Gray, I have not seen Predator Badlands yet. On the topic of movies, though, I did watch the new Frankenstein this past weekend. Oh my god. Frankenstein is so good. Check it out if you haven't. Guillermo del Toro. He's done did it again. Done did it again. Frankenstein is a masterpiece. Beautiful stuff. I was a little iffy about the changes they made from the source material. I haven't read the source material, but I've done reading about the source material. I read a little bit of it. And the Guillermo del Toro movie has a lot of significant changes, but I think they're for the best. They work well for what Del Toro's vision for that story is. It's so good. Visually, it's great. The acting is amazing, and I would call it a tearjerker movie. It's a sad one. It's a sad one, but it ends on an optimistic note, and I highly recommend it. If you're like not a fan of horror, don't worry. I wouldn't consider this movie to be a horror movie at all. Sure, there's like horrific elements like the creation of the creature, you know, Victor Frankenstein chopping up all the bodies and putting them together. That's probably like the most horrific thing, but it's not a horror movie. It's more like a character drama, and it's so good. Check it out. And it's on Netflix. If you have a Netflix account, you don't have an excuse not to watch it. Go fucking watch it. Guillermo del Toro. Jesus Christ. So awesome. I haven't seen all of his filmography, but from what I've seen, I am a big fan of the man. Obviously, Pacific Rim. I can't believe this dude is the same guy who makes Pacific Rim, Pan's Labyrinth, Hellboy, Blade 2. He can go from like Blade 2 to Frankenstein. His range is so incredible. Yeah, it's fucking awesome. Another Del Toro movie that I don't see a lot of people talking about it, but I think more people should watch it because it's great, is a Nightmare Alley. Oh my god, Nightmare Alley is really good. I think it's his only movie with no supernatural elements, so it's just like this gritty crime drama. It's fucking awesome. It's Nightmare Alley is Bradley Cooper is the main character, and he plays he's a fake psychic, and he basically fake psychics his way into a lot of trouble. It's like Better Call Saul, but replace lawyering with psychic business. He's a scam artist. Slippin' Jimmy. He just gets himself into more and more trouble because the lies start piling up. It's awesome. Nightmare Alley's so good. Yeah, Guillermo del Toro. He don't miss. Fucking awesome. Yeah, I mentioned Hellboy. I didn't mention Pinocchio, though. Pinocchio was really good, too. I don't think I loved Pinocchio, but visually it was incredible, and it was really good. It was really good. I'd also say the same thing about Shape of Water. I know Shape of Water was like super hyped up when it came out, and I like it. I do, but I don't think I love it as much as I do Frankenstein or Pacific Rim, which again, it sounds kind of weird including Pacific Rim within this conversation, but it's the same director, so it's relevant. Yeah, Frankenstein, fucking great. 9 out of 10. Maybe even higher, the more I think about it. 9.5 out of 10, maybe. Frankenstein's so good. Hell yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Thirsty for Chicken, for correcting... Who was it? Vladislav in the chat? Robert Eggers did Nosferatu. That movie's awesome as well. And it's so cool that 2 years in a row we get 2 classic movie monsters. We got a Dracula movie last year, which is Nosferatu. And we got Frankenstein this year. It's a great time for a gothic horror. I think next year we're going to get a Wolfman movie by Robert Eggers as well. Robert Eggers is also one of those directors that just does not miss. The Witch is great. The Lighthouse is great. The Northman is fucking awesome. And then we have Nosferatu. Yeah, Robert Eggers is definitely on a roll. Yeah, Nosferatu is more of a horror film than Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. Nosferatu has like jump scares and all that. Frankenstein doesn't really. Maybe like a few of them, but not like your typical scary jump scares. Yeah, Frankenstein is more of a drama, a character drama that is very effective. Yes, that's right, it's a Zeus. The modern Nosferatu is a remake of the original from the 20s, I believe. And it takes a lot of plot elements from that old silent film. But man, if you haven't seen Nosferatu, that's a really good one. Really good one, man. Phew. Intense. And great acting all around. Bill Skarsgård is Nosferatu. He's, Pennywise. God, he's unrecognizable. If you thought Pennywise was unrecognizable as Bill Skarsgård, wait till you see Nosferatu. What an actor. And what great costumes, too. Exactly, Shinobi Big. You must bounce on that crazy style. You have 3 nights to bounce on it. This shit ain't nothing to me, man.
Swivel here.
Thank you. Thirsty for Chicken with $1 through the stream elements. I don't know if Badlands is your type of movie, but I seriously feel it's the best film in the Predator franchise. I don't want to spoil it much, but has so much flavor and is all around just a badass time. I'll check it out eventually. I'm not gonna rush to the theater to see it, though. Just in general, I'm not a big Predator fan. I like the first movie, but I wouldn't call myself a fan of the franchise. I still gotta watch Killer of Killers. A good friend of mine suggested that to me a while ago. I should check that out first, before I even check out Badlands. Buster Meme says Shin Frankenstein. You know, weirdly enough, you could call this new Frankenstein movie that. I bet Del Toro would love it. Del Toro is a weeb. He made Pacific Rim, for God's sake. Of course he's a weeb. There's even a particular ability that Frankenstein, the monster, has in this new Frankenstein movie that is probably taken from the Toho Frankenstein.
Swivel here.
You'll just have to watch it to see what I mean. Anyway. We got a smiley face with $3 through the stream elements. Thank you very much. Have you seen the SH Figure Arts My Hero figures? Which one are you interested in? And did you plan on reviewing any? Yes.
Here.
Thank you. I ordered Toga, Ochako, Shigaraki, the Armored All Might. That's probably all of them, right? That's probably all of them that are coming out. And I have Deku already. You can't see him on the shelf, but he's on there. He's on there in that storage shelf there. Yeah, I'm interested in them. Guatafuk with $1 through the stream elements. I agree with Thirsty for Chicken. Predator Badlands is so good. I wish it had human blood and such, but it was so refreshing. Well, that's good to hear. This movie seems to be quite popular and acclaimed, huh? Well, yeah, I'll check it out at some point. Again, I'm not gonna rush to the theater to see it, but I will watch it at some point. And you guys should definitely watch Frankenstein. God damn it. It's very good. Well, that's also something, too. I don't know if Frankenstein would be your guys' type of movie. It is my type of movie, though. It's very character-focused. It takes its time with a lot of stuff. Some people might consider it slow, but that's just because you have a attention span of a goldfish. It justifies its length. It's about 2 hours and 30 minutes, but it does not feel like it. Like, everything needs to be there. The characters are awesome. The acting is phenomenal. And the story is very good. Just, a lot to think about after the credits roll. Check it out. Guatefuk with $1 through the stream element says, on another note, I have yet to see Frankenstein and will probably go to the Alamo this weekend. As for favorite Del Toro films, I would have to say Pan's Labyrinth and The Devil's Backbone, but that could change. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I hope you enjoy Frankenstein. I forget that it's still in theaters. I unfortunately saw it on Netflix. I didn't go to the theater for it, but I totally would have. But still, the fact that it's on Netflix means that it's more widely accessible for a lot of people, so definitely check it out. If anything that I'm saying sounds interesting to you, Frankenstein is good. It's good. It's also great, a great introduction to Frankenstein if you're not familiar with the original story, because I actually wasn't. Obviously, I'm aware of Frankenstein. It's such a staple of pop culture, but I never watched that original Universal movie, nor have I read the book. So, Del Toro's version, I think, is a great introduction to that whole story. My only knowledge of Frankenstein was actually the Wendigoon video. Great video, by the way. I would also recommend watching that. And then after the Wendigoon video, I read the Junji Ito version of Frankenstein, which was excellent and not a long read at all. But yeah, Del Toro, he sticks pretty close to the original story, but makes significant changes. Okay. Well, yeah, Vladislav, it appears that at least 2 people here recommend Predator Badlands highly, so I hope that it doesn't disappoint you. We got Thirsty for Chicken with another $1 through the stream elements. Well, I'm pretty diehard Predator fan since I was like 3, but admittedly, I only think a few of the films are great. That being said, Killer of Killers is incredibly good, especially if you love Blue Eye Samurai, but Badlands, it's a franchise best. Ooh, shit. All right. High praise. High praise from a Predator expert. All right, champ. It is currently 9:11. I'm gonna start a timer for myself now. I shall go for another, let's say, 20 minutes. I'm gonna start a timer for 20 minutes. Here we go. Starting in 3, 2, 1, boom. So we're gonna make this stream a little over 3 hours. I think that's a good time. That's a good length for the stream. Okay, here we go. So I've heard, Z-Rust. A second MHA figure line has hit the wallet. And I've already made my pre-orders. For fuck's sake. What am I doing to myself? I've already made my pre-orders. Ochako, Toga, Shigaraki, All Might. And I already got Deku. They all look good. Can't deny. Wyatt Vogel says you've got to read the 1818 text. It's also a short read and it's 10 times better than Guillermo's movie, which I still love. I wouldn't doubt it, and I will definitely read it at some point. Yeah, I would love to read it at some point. And you know, it's funny, I'm sure Guillermo del Toro would agree with you. He absolutely loves that book from the interviews that I've seen. He considers it his Bible, essentially, so I'm sure he would agree with your sentiment that it's 10 times better than his movie. Shinobi Big is asking when's my next build stream, next Gunpla stream. Sometime in December. Let's say, sometime in December. I think I'm gonna start building a big kit in December. Unfortunately, won't review it, but I will build it. unless something else comes up. Thirsty for Chicken, thank you very much for $1 through the stream elements. In my honest opinion, after the first movie, you could pretty much skip everything except Prey, also just a phenomenal film on its own, and follow up with Killer of Killers and Badlands. You won't regret it. Whoa, that makes it a lot more attractive to watch. Less time. I will highly consider it. Thank you. Now we got Hayden CNG with $1 through the stream elements. My favorite show not associated with my favorite franchise is probably Stranger Things. I've just finished rewatching seasons 1 to 4, and I'm both excitedly and anxiously waiting for season 5 in about 2 weeks. There's rumors that a fan-loved character will die. Yeah, I haven't seen Stranger Things since season 2. So, I can't relate, but I'm happy for you. It is ending, I believe. This season that's coming out is the final season, which, crazy that it lasted for this long. So, I'm glad all of the Stranger Things fans are happy with the conclusion. I would not wish for it to be another Game of Thrones situation where this incredible amount of time being invested ends up with a disappointing finale. I hope it's not the case. So, Godspeed to you Stranger Things fans. I hope you are not let down. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. Wyatt Vogel says he has Ultraman and Godzilla figures all over his house, as well as an entire Frankenstein room. Del Toro is... How can I put it? He's epic. He's fucking epic. Toku Guy, I have seen the Toy Boy Bumblebee, basically a transformable DLX figure. I have seen it, and I've already put my order in. Hopefully I get that soon. It looks really cool.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Ah. Let's see. Vladislav says, how does posting on YouTube goes? Maybe it's a better way to share my collection, you know, without failbox waiting. Well, I would still have to... I would still look at it during the failbox, so you'd have to wait regardless. But I am considering at least having a YouTube community section of the failbox now that YouTube has upgraded their community tab. So
Swivel here.
Again, I'll let you know closer to the date of the failbox. Thank you very much for continuing to donate. Christopher103 says, with $2.12, I'm curious now, what large Gunpla kit are you gonna do? You'll just have to wait and see. Kaido Pinoy with $1 through the stream elements. I'm pretty sad about what's going on with Super Sentai and its current season Gojuger. Poor female Black Ranger being fired was trash. I don't know if you heard about it. I have not. Sounds like a messy situation. I have not heard about it. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not a Sentai fan, so I don't really keep up with that stuff, but I have not heard about it. All right. We got 14 minutes left. My goodness. That was fast. What the fuck? That time flew by quickly. What in the goddamn? Okay. Zach Konak says, cool looking figures. Hell yeah, they are. All of the figures on screen are really good. I can agree to that. Nephi the Space Warrior says, I wasn't kidding about my Haya Heisei Ghidorah. The right head comes off with little force. That sucks, man. That's even worse than mine's. Yeah, that's 2 instances of that happening now that I've heard. I hope that's not a consistent thing with all of their Ghidorah figures. Okay. Metaretru says, have you heard about the new SH Figuarts Godzilla -1? Actually... SH Monster Arts. You said Figuarts. You fool! It's SH Monster Arts Godzilla -1, and it's a recolor, and I don't really care because I already have the original, so I'm not gonna get it. Oh yeah, hey, Zach Konak, I'm glad you're enjoying your Haya Heisei Godzilla. It is a really fun one, man. I'm glad you like it. Shinobi G, Shinobig. When's the next Dreamstar Devi stream? That will be on Friday. Look forward to that. Thank you for asking. We're gonna take a look at the remaining 2 Dreamstar Constructicons that I have, and then I will have to wait for the next one to come out. I will be sad when that happens. We're gonna get so blue-balled next stream. I'm looking forward to it, though. I've actually been quite obsessed with those Dreamstar Constructicon figures ever since I streamed them. Really good, and I want to review them. Oh, man.
Swivel here.
Thank you, Guatefuk, with $1 through the stream elements. I want to see Guillermo del Toro tackle Mexican urban legends, cryptids, horror like La Llorona or El Somberón or El Cucuy someday. The only movie that he's done set in Mexico, correct me if I'm wrong, is Kronos. I haven't seen Kronos. I think that's his first movie, right? I would love to see that. But it also depends on what he's personally interested in. I'm sure he would. I'm sure he would do something based on Mexican folklore. But it depends. It feels like he's more on a gothic horror, cosmic horror kick. I got a feeling that his next movie might even be Mountains of Madness. I know that movie was in progress at some point, got canned, but you never know. Frankenstein was also technically in production since 2009. So I hope... I just know that Mountains of Madness, the Lovecraft story, I just know that's on his bucket list, so I hope he gets to do it. Alright. When did the stream start? I just joined. That would be... around 3 hours ago. We're actually gonna end in like 10 minutes, so... You're here for the last stretch of the stream. Last minute comments and questions and donations. Crisper103 with 424. Since someone brought it up, the female actress of Goju Unicorn Black Ranger was completely edited out in the current Gojuger episode. I'm pronouncing that right? I'm pretty sure it's Gojuger. Due to the rumors and actions the actress did. Well, I don't know what she did, but if it was nothing, if it was not a big deal, sucks that she got edited out. But if she, like, I don't know, murdered someone or assaulted somebody, then I would understand. I don't know. I just don't know. Underage drinking. Is that a joke? Is that why she got edited out of an episode? Underage drinking?
Swivel here.
You mean like the thing everybody does? Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Well, sorry that happened, Gojuger fans. I don't know what else to say. That's if that is the case, if underage drinking is her only crime, whatever. Anonymous with $1 through the stream elements. For the MHA line, Revoltech or SH Figuarts. Also, the new SH Figuarts overlay Deku is peak. Well, so far, I gotta say Revoltech, because I don't have a lot of these SH Figuarts, My Hero Academia figures quite yet. I only have Deku so far. But that could change with their upcoming ones. If I find that Ochako is better than the Revoltech version, or if I find the Toga is better than the Revoltech version. I don't know yet, but so far, I would say Revoltech, because I have more of them. Okay. Alright. We got 8 minutes left, by the way, chat, so Still a pretty long time. Still a pretty long time to hang out. Will I play the new Digimon game? Alex is asking. That's a big maybe. Big old maybe. I'm still working my way through Silksong. I haven't got to game in a long time since I've been busy. And that's related to It's a Zeus's question about a new review this Saturday. Yes, hopefully. Barring any sponsorship shenanigans, and by that I mean if they don't approve of the sponsorship segment on time, then I'd have to postpone it. But we agreed to Saturday, so my review is in progress to be released on Saturday. And just, if you don't remember, or if you missed it, this is the next review. Collection Space Star Queen, sexy Starscream girl that's fully transformable. That is this week's review, hopefully. Guatafuk with $1 through the stream element says, at the Mountains of Madness would be insane. Guillermo could work with the VFX company who worked on the film The Void, since that film was Lovecraftian / cosmic horror heavy, and I loved it since it was mostly practical. Well, that sounds sick. But yeah, from what I understand, that is one of his bucket list movies. Frankenstein was another one, but he already crossed that off his list, so what's left is Mountains of Madness. I hope that he does it. I would love it. Alright. Digimon story time, stranger. Okay. I've heard some good things about it. I seen that there's a lot of beautiful women in it. Beautiful women Digimon in it. Seems like both Digimon and Pokemon have beautiful women in it, which I can, of course, get behind. Venusmon, exactly. There's a line in Frankenstein that's pretty good, but it makes more sense in context. Watch the damn movie. What is it? One night with Venus and a lifetime with Mercury. It's rough, man. It's a harsh line, but it makes sense in the context of Frankenstein. It doesn't make sense out of context now that I say it out loud. Anyway. 5 minutes left. Shinobi G. Any third-party Transformers figures you got eyes on? Oh man, there's plenty. But I gotta look at my list. There's so many that I don't have them at the top of my head right now. Well, of course, the Mastermind Creations Constructicons. I wonder when they're supposed to come out. I hear that they're supposed to come out next month. I hope so. The rest of Dreamstar Toys Constructicons figures. Definitely looking forward to that. And the Rise of the Beast third-party figures look really cool as well. Scourge and Bumblebee. They all look great. A lot of shit. There's that Legends class Beast Wars Megatron, the samurai one. I don't usually go for Legends class figures, but that one has my attention. Looks really good. There's a particular Voltron figure that looks awesome as well. Oh man. And that's a third-party Voltron to clarify. Oh yeah, there was a few third-party Beast Wars figures. I don't know when they're gonna come out though. That seems to be really down the line. Maybe later next year, those third-party Beast Wars figures. Anyway. Ella P says, which Voltron? I love Voltron. It's based on the original design, but it's original. I can show you, actually. Hold on, if you don't mind me switching my view here. Let me see. I don't want to dox myself either. Because I got my my order number and everything. Here we go. Let me switch the camera for you. Look at this. Look at that. Can you see it? Okay, you can see it. Look at this. It's a third-party Voltron Reborn 01 Beastmaster Beast King. Looks super cool. And look at that. They gave the lion's manes. That's so sick. I don't know when this is supposed to come out, but it looks so awesome. Look at that. Light up base too. Whew. That is spicy, man. That's so fucking cool. Again, I'm not even a big Voltron fan, but I cannot get enough of this mecha design. And this original design, so sick. And this is how it looks combined. Jesus. That is like way too epic in a great way. And look how articulated it is too. I hope it's solid. It looks really solid. Look at that. Oh my good god. This is a Shozi store, by the way, which you can access through the link in the description. Oh my goodness. That's the great prototype pictures, accessory storage. We got some light up features. Look at how cool that base looks. Holy moly. Very much looking forward to that. Don't know when it's gonna come out. Seems to be a very long time, but I've already got my deposit in. Anyway. Oh, you know what? While I have the monitor screen here, no one reminded me, but I am going to show you my Toga artwork that I did a few years ago. Let me see. We got a minute left, by the way. It's a good final thing to do. Yeah. Actually, when did I draw this? Holy moly! All right, 2021. Which on first glance doesn't seem like a long time ago, but keep in mind 2021 was 3 years ago. Oh my, oh no, 4 years ago. Oh my god. So this is a picture from 4 years ago. I thought it came out pretty cool. There you go. My Toga artwork from 2021. I really exaggerated her mouth. That's her most iconic feature. And then I got my signature right there. Oh, no! It's not even 21. It's 2018. What the fuck? Holy shit. All right. Jesus. This is an ancient picture. And shit, it holds up. Not gonna lie. At the risk of glazing myself, I think that picture holds up for something drawn in 2018. Okay, chat. That was time. I don't know if you heard the alarm, but the alarm rang. So, I'm gonna play us out. Thank you. Thank you very much for joining the stream tonight. If you liked it, leave a like on the stream. Leave a comment on the VOD when it comes out, which should be immediately after the stream is over. And don't forget to subscribe. We stream practically every Wednesday and every Friday. This Friday, I'm going to do a pair of Constructicons, something that I started off last Friday, if you guys remember that. If you didn't, all of my VODs are available on this channel. Go check them out. It's literally infinite hours of content. And thank you for that donation. Yeah, if you haven't seen my streams before, you got a lot of VODs to watch. So I'm just saying, there's a lot of shit that we've done on this channel. Thank you for watching. Thank you for donating. You guys have been generous, as always. Really appreciate that. And let me tell you, it helps. It really helps. And I would appreciate if you checked out the links in the description for both of these figures, the Nanmu Studio Indominus Rex and the Revoltech Toga. And now she's in a funny pose because she was sitting on the dinosaur. So, the question now becomes, chat, how do we end? Well, CRISPR103 does have a suggestion. now make Toga and Indy kiss with tongue. Unfortunately, Indominus, the tongue is not articulated. But then we do have Toga's tongue out.